Hello and welcome back to Homebrew EDH, where I take you through my personal commander decks, how they work, and how they win. This episode is Orah Skyclave Heirophant. This is a Cleric tribal deck based around life gain and paying life to get creatures onto the battlefield, no matter the cost. With that, let's get into the episode. Orah Skyclave Heirophant costs 2 white-black for a 3/3 core cleric with lifelink that reads, whenever Orah or another cleric you control dies, return target cleric with lesser converted mana cost from your graveyard to the battlefield. Obviously, we have several different costed clerics in this deck, along with payoffs for the life gain that we will passively be getting throughout the game. Obviously, we're going to have lots of clerics. So cards like Soulmender, Loxodon Restorer, Cleric of Life's Bond, and Furia, Judge of Valor are all going to be included in this deck, among others. All of them have different costs. Soulmender costs 1, Cleric of Life's Bond costs 2, Loxodon Restorer is 6, and Furia is 5. That way, when one of these dies, if it costs more than something else that might be in the graveyard, we can bring the lesser costed one back once we find a sacrifice outlet, or if we just happen to get our board removed. Now we are looking at ways to gain life just at any point throughout the game with cards like Flesh Taker, Impassioned Orator, and Ashes of the Abhorrent. Flesh Taker is a white and a black for a human assassin, is a 2/2 that reads, whenever you sacrifice another creature, you gain 1 life and scry 1. It also reads, pay 1, sacrifice another creature. This gains +2/+2 until end of turn. So not a free sacrifice outlet, but close enough. Impassioned Orator is 1 and a white for a 2/2 cleric. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. And Ashes of the Abhorrent actually turns off our strategy, but we do have some enchantment removal in the deck so that we can just allow the second ability to get us enough life where it reads, whenever a creature dies, you gain 1 life. We let enough of those go through, we can destroy the enchantment that lets us get our clerics back out of the graveyard. I was looking through my bulk box the other day and found Attended Healer just in the section of white cards that I had, and that's the reason I built this deck, is because I was like, wow, what if I could find other cards that gave me rewards for gaining life? So that's where this deck idea came from. Cards like Nykthos Paragon, Ajani's Pridemate, Attended Healer, and our WinCon, Approach of the Second Sun. That's why they are in here. They all give us a reward for gaining life or something of the sort. So Nykthos Paragon is 4 white for a human soldier with a 4/6 that reads, whenever you gain life, you may put that many +1/+1 counters on each creature you can control. Do this only once each turn. Ajani's Pridemate is 1 and a white for a 2/2 cat soldier. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on Ajani's Pridemate. Attended Healer is 3 and a white for a 2/3 core cleric. Whenever you gain life for the first time each turn, create a 1/1 cat creature token. And Approach of the Second Sun, being the win condition, is 6 and a white for sorcery. If the spell was cast from your hand and you've cast another spell named Approach of the Second Sun this game, you win. Otherwise, you put it in Owner's Library, 7th from the top, and we gain 7 life. All of these cards kind of work with each other, where gaining life will get you something. Now, before we wrap up today's episode, I figured I would bring in some pay life sacrifice creature outlets that we have in the deck in cards like Blood-Soaked Altar and Greed. Blood-Soaked Altar is 4 black for an artifact where we can tap it, pay 2 life, discard a card, sacrifice a creature to create a 5/5 black demon creature token with flying, but only at sorcerer speed. And Greed is 3 and a black for an enchantment that reads, pay a black, pay 2 life, and draw a card. So we have card draw on one and creature tokens on another, all of which work with our strategy of paying life and having plenty of it, or sacrificing creatures and being able to bring other ones back. Alright, that's going to do it for me. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Homebrew EDH. If you did, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. As always, the deck list will be in the description with all the cards I did not include in this video. Deck suggestions are always welcome in the comments. And until I see you guys in the next one, take it easy and enjoy your day.